the apartment complex, one of the apartment complex managers back when it was still Affinity Property Management was a witch. It was the woman with the short blonde hair who used to avoid me every time I was coming down there to get some sort of assistance. And I called to the office to express my concerns about different things, such as my key fob not working. It had automatically just randomly deactivated. They gave me a fucked up key fob. They said they gave people the old one, so some people had to come to the office to get a new one. She was also the woman who told me that my mailbox was number one. I mean, my mailbox was number 13 because she was gang stalking me and they were using the number 13 even at the place where I, on another video where I showed you guys the laundromat where the black man popped out the bushes and started walking with me and followed me to the laundromat and stayed there and sat there the whole night, and he pulled up a chair for me, and and very faintly it said the number 13 on it because foam at the mouth is the word he used, because that's on the 13th February before Valentine's Day my grandmother was, I believe, sacrificed, and that's when those two ambulance trucks were outside. Now I'm doing it full-fledged, motherfuckers. I'm not putting it in the comment section now. I'm making videos and I'm connecting the dots. Now what are you guys going to do? So anyways, the bitch was a witch. That's why this kept popping up too. So, and this was the card that sat on top when I, after I shuffled the cards. So also I wanted to say what I remember and why they got rid of that other security officer first before they got rid of the other shorter guy with the beard. The taller one is the one I think was kind of like a redneck dude, but him and I were pretty cool though. He's the one who introduced me to that Red Dixie YouTube channel, and I was watching it back when it had like 2,000 subscribers. Then I knew it was gonna shoot up because that was a cool ass channel, and then went up to 5,000 subscribers by the time they got rid of him. And then the reason why they got rid of him though is because he was talking too much, I think, to me, because him and I were just naturally comfortable with each other, me and that security officer. So he gave me a lot of information, and I remember he told me that one of the managers or the people who work there in the office is the one who vandalized the fucking window property. So now it makes sense because they wanted to get money for what the fuck happened. I believe they wanted to get a check, or they got an attitude. Something happened. I can't remember verbatim what the security officer told me, but he said that it was found out that, I don't know if he was just telling me so I can later be the one to reveal the truth about it, but he knew that it was one of the people, the guys that worked there, who bust the window of the apartment complex. So either he did it out of spite, or not out of spite, but as a, what you call that, retaliation, or to fraudulently get some sort of check from the company out of their insurance or whatever, to for them to get access to money. And that's what, and I felt the vibes of them doing crooked shit. It didn't make sense how much they were going up and down the elevator, but the new company people, they were never on this floor. At least I never seen them. And the maintenance men, a lot of them know what's going on, and that's why I said people that were working with the security, the security that still works here, that doesn't dress up as a security officer, but it was the lunatic officer, Sh- Shokalov, or whatever he said his name was, the one on the other video that sounded like a Rocky Balboa type um Italian New Yorker accent. And he's the one who said that, told me that information, that there's a security that stays here, that is here always in that door to the left when you first come in the front door entrance, that he's a security person but he doesn't wear the uniform. And I was like, it's starting to make sense now, because I stopped seeing that security guy. It was two maintenance people that was here. I stopped seeing them all of a sudden because they knew that I could tell, I could look at them, and there was a conversation that they were having with this woman named Mackie before she left, and I knew that he was doing some shit that he had no business doing. And that's part of the reason why they tried to evict me and get me out of this motherfucker, but it turned around and backfired on them, where a lovely woman from DHS told me about a voucher that just happened to be coming up in that same month that she's wanted, or the month after that, she stepped up to help me. And that woman did everything in her power that she could to help me. I hope to God they don't do nothing to her, because that's why I'm exposing. Her name is Christina Shane, and she's an amazing woman who worked there at the DHS. not too far from where I live. And it's because of her we found out about that voucher, because I think she knew that somebody was trying to do some shit to make it hard for us, and she for me to work and do all this other shit and find a daycare for my son and all this and all that. So she told me about that voucher, and God bless where I got approved for it. And then they even tried to fuck with me and say, write on a final letter saying I was gonna be evicted or submitted to court. They even had those people on the wanted sign, Phil Hall and the other woman named not Karma, Carmen something. And they were coming knocking on my door, talk about you're on the list for being evicted. And I said, oh no, Home Forward already paying that and some other stuff. So, and then they went and talked to the Trevor guy, and then shortly after that he was fired for some reason. I bet you that's the bitch ass motherfucker, Caucasian European American motherfucker that took my motherfucking phone, or he knew about it, because the way he quickly said, oh no, and the look on his face, he knew some shit. That's why I went and asked him a second time. I was giving his bitch ass a second chance to tell the motherfucking truth, or at least make up a lie about, oh, I think that somebody put it here. Because after I activated the new phone that Daniel Riley helped me get, that's when all of a sudden the other phone activated, so that I was going to be responsible for paying both lines on the account. And I had so much trouble contacting Metro PCS because UPS dropped it off and said that it was delivered with proof of delivery, and I couldn't make a file of a case to I couldn't file a case so that I could report what actually happened. And I feel it was orchestrated. And then all of a sudden, after about 2 weeks to a whole month of going back and forth with Metro PCS telling me I got to talk to UPS, and UPS telling me I got to talk to Metro PCS about my phone that I never fucking received. And then y'all activated it later on after I finally got another phone with this number. Then the next day, or a week, within the same week of me getting the phone, all of a sudden that phone gets activated on my account. And then Metro PCS, they knew that what I was getting ready to do, because I was getting frustrated with, I knew that it was an orchestration. And I had a contemplation in my mind. I was like, these motherfuckers been fucking with me for way too long. They've been trying to sacrifice me. Now I'm sure y'all can figure it out. And then so all of a sudden I finally got through to a woman at Metro PCS that said they gonna pay my phone bill from this day forward because of everything that I went through. And then all of a sudden I saw my phone, it's still through it's still Metro PCS once in a while sends a message, but when I turn all of it, there's something that happens on my phone where it says track phone. And I noticed ever since that happened, my phone has been hacked. Somebody been fucking with my phone from a distance, and it got to be somebody who either worked at the track phone place, who made a deal with Metro PCS or some shit like that, because it's all kind of stuff. Even my lawyer told me that when she called me, it sounded like it was answered by some sort of modem or something. That's what she told me. The one that Paloma Norris York at Metropolitan Public Defender's Office. She said that, and she sent it on an email that I have it. And sometimes I haven't been getting emails at times. And even my son's speech pathologist told me, it said that both of my email addresses were undeliverable, and that she would be a witness for me, Miss Applegate, because she knows that there's some fuck shit going on. And she said she got her upset herself. So, and I appreciate that European American woman too, because she been there for us as well. She's a beautiful soul. So I just wanted to share all this with y'all to put y'all up on game about how the orchestration of what these motherfuckers be doing, and why they do be watching the cameras every fucking morning. And they evicted the people in here and they also paid off people. That's why some people that was fucking with me, all of a sudden they was having designer bags trying to show off in my face. And Wesley that stayed here on the 7th floor, he knew what the fuck was going on. That's why when I was going through the crisis in the hallway, ripping up that book, when I wrote down all of the spiritual stuff that had got revealed to me about what these people were doing and the sacrifices that they had done, I heard the crying. And then before that happened, Wesley told them, they call me Wesley in the house. He thought he was doing some shit. I said, yeah, nigga, you think that I'm gonna remember this, and this shit going at the perfect time is gonna backfire on your bitch ass, nigga, having all them motherfuckers come up in your house. And the same person that I dreamed of wearing shade sunglasses in the apartment, he got off the elevator, the same elevator that was in my dream. I remember that dream to the T. That black motherfucker got off the elevator wearing shades, and he stood there and just was looking at me. And then he went inside Wesley apartment, as well as some other shit that they were fucking with me. I had videos showing you guys what was going on. and how they were fucking with me with different messages and pictures that they were drawing on the fucking the by the elevator. And now and then all of a sudden the maintenance man went to go try to clean it up, and the holes and the dents they made to try to fuck with me. All these bitches is wanted to be warlocks, and it came out in a reading that they wanted to sacrifice my ass. Like the bitch ass Crip, and I ain't talking about Crips because I was dealing with Crips back then, and they started fucking with some Bloods that was scandalous, and they both started switching sides. Like it was actually Bloods that was posing as Crips, and some Crips was posing as Bloods. So they both working together doing fuck shit that ain't good. So anyways, L bitch ass told me he wasn't gonna help me unless I gave him some cat, and he said the P word, some pussy. I'm just gonna say it. So I said hell no. So I had this, instead of going into his house, I decided to leave the apartment. As soon as that shit happened, I told the motherfucking police that the motherfuckers in the apartments was harassing me. That's why I was out there, and I was about to go to the hospital because those other people earlier that day was trying to get me to go to the hospital, but he was mad because I wouldn't get in their car to go with them. And it should be at Denny's footage, but I know the people that work at Denny's was in on this shit too. They was motherfucking doing some shit. I'm bringing destruction to y'all motherfuckers, because if not a motherfucker do some shit and y'all fuck with my shit, I'm gonna fuck with y'all shit too. And I dare you to think you gonna do something.